Today we are talking about dating deal breakers. Are yours too strict? Maybe they're not strict enough. Our relationship expert Julie Jeske is here to explain it all to us. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, what is a dating deal breaker?
So a deal breaker is something that if this occurs, you do not want to date this person. And so it's kind of like, some people call them my standards, you know, or boundaries that I set. But if you see this thing happen, then you're done.
And there's some pretty obvious ones, like abuse and that type of thing.
Being disrespectful to someone, you know, really pay attention to how, even if he's treating you well, but he's not treating other people well, that's a sign that that's probably a deal breaker.
And how he treats his mother.
Yes.
Well, is it possible to have too many? I mean, when do you draw the line of having too many deal breakers?
So if you've got a list of deal breakers like, I won't date brunettes, I won't date anyone under this height, I won't date, you know, I won't date someone who eats this kind of food, you may have too many. Right, leaves the cap off the toothpaste. Is that really a deal breaker? For some people, they might really, truly think it is. You got to follow your gut on that one. But if you've got like a long laundry list of them, then I would kind of ask, you know, what are you afraid of? Or
maybe
are
they
you
should go into
therapy in some way? Maybe, absolutely,
well, I know before Joe, my deal breakers were they had to be funny, they had to be smarter than me, and our producer. Seriously, they really, because I have dated guys who were not that bright, and I got snarky and mean, and it just didn't work. So they have to be smarter than me, as hard as that could be.
Stop it.
But anyway.
Did you give them a test, or how did you do that?
No, but just, and their grammar.
Grammar is a big one that I heard.
I remember getting a card from someone who was trying to ask me out, and they spelled your wrong. Like, it was the wrong version of your, and I was like, that's it. No, I can't go out with them. Is that
you are a stickler?
If you get, you know, if you're going to get a card on your birthday and on Mother's Day every year and it's going to have misspellings on it, it's going to drive you crazy, then maybe that's not the best person for you to be with. If grammar is going to be something you fight over, maybe it's not the best person. And that actually came up, you know, I do all my little informal polls on Facebook and Twitter. Grammar was huge. Chewing with your mouth open, huge.
I did that with the fava bean.
Well,
table manners, like, you know, all sorts of things.
I have a question. What does this say about me? Because I'm pretty clean. I like things in their place. And I dated a guy once who was a little obsessive compulsive when it came to, and it freaked me out. I thought, oh my gosh. I mean, it was almost sleeping with the enemy. Like, wait, you didn't hang that towel right. And I'm thinking, is he serious? And that freaked me out. But I have it a little bit too. So it's weird that it was a deal breaker for me, but yet I'm that way sometimes too.
Well, it's nice to have somebody to compliment you, to sort of balance you out a little. Like, if you know you're kind of freaky about something, and then you have, like, my wife and I we're good compliments to each other, because I'm freaky in one way and she's not in that way, so it makes me normal.
Okay, so this brings up the question, how do you know if it's reasonable, your deal breaker?
If you've got to go with your gut, because someone might say, Jenny, that's not a reasonable deal breaker, but to her it truly is. You know, certain things like religion, to one person might be like, I don't care about that, but to another person, that's a really big deal. So what you have to know is, remember we talked a few weeks ago, you can't change a person, they have to want to change themselves. So if you're going into it thinking like, oh, maybe I can change them.
No.
Right. So if you know you can't live with someone who does X, that's your deal breaker.
Is that a drug?
That is a deal breaker for some people.
That would be a deal breaker for me.
Dude, you're doing too much X, man.
And sometimes your deal breakers change. You know, I know plenty of people who are like, oh, I don't want to date a guy who's shorter than I am. And now they are, and they're happy as can be. You know, meeting the right person who maybe is a little neat or a little messy can sometimes change our minds. You know, some of our deal breakers are a little more flexible. Others, we have to stick to our guns. And those were like the abuse, those sorts of things. Like,
well, yeah, those are just kind of
abuse, name calling, lying, disrespectful.
All that's all bad. That's all bad stuff.
Really negative stuff.
Right. Well, so good tips. And what's our homework for this week?
So do like a little inventory of your deal breakers. You know, write them down and really look at them. Are there some you're willing to bend on? And if so, maybe you can kind of like overlook those this week. Are there others that maybe you're not taking good enough care of yourself? Because some people don't have deal breakers and they should. Some people are like, oh, if he calls me names, that's okay.
But this is more homework for Anne, because she's the one that's dating, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, my requirement is that they're ambulatory. That's it. You know, that's all.
So maybe you need to have a few more standards for yourself. Treat yourself with loving care.
Perfect. He's perfect. How's about that?
Good.
Now, so we've got our homework, and then next week you're going to be talking about sex bye-bye.
We are.
In what way?
In honor of Sex and the City, right? We're going to talk about how to boost your sexual confidence. Ooh.
Really?
And we might even be talking about talking dirty in there.
Oh, a little dirty talk on Studio 6. Can you handle it?
I don't know.
Are we gonna
I'm going to have to get some censors. You're going to have to beat me out, maybe.
Mike's already pulling on his collar a little bit.
Hottie, hottie.
Only to get more comfortable, ladies.
Maybe he could teach us a few things.
Oh, Julie.
Thanks, Julie.
I've already taught them all they need to know, Julie.
Right.
Ambulatory, that was the requirement. And with not even a pulse, just ambulatory.
Just ambulatory.
So Weekend at Bernie's like your favorite movie. All right, coming up next on Studio 6, you can